Mr. Michel Laporte. Okay, I'd really like to call upon Michel, and I hope those few words from the four entrepreneurs has given you an idea what we've been doing here for the past 5 years and what we've been doing for the past 10 years, my friend. And what happens is it's been such a passion that we did not take stock of how much changes we made, and this is what we're going to focus on 2025 onwards. Bring everyone together now to make changes to transform other people as a team, as a family, as Vimentis. Michel, à vous.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll do it in Creole. Not this time. I'm not drunk enough. Anyway, I've been standing there listening and try to take everything in. Before I start, I really want to say thank you to Marie-Céline, Minister. Thank you for hosting this for us. Thank you, Chris. And of course, being an entrepreneur, you always have to surround yourself with steady people, steady rocks. And I have two eternal rocks in my life, and one of them is my mother. She's standing right there. And of course, the mother of my children and my wife and life companion. I wouldn't be standing here without you. So, with that said, I've been thinking, what should I share? What should I say today? And listening to, first of all, the testimonials just shows how universal an entrepreneurial journey is, okay? I was born a couple of 100 meters from here. I just told Mom when we came, I said, "What, Mom? That's the hospital." So I was born here. But I grew up as an immigrant in Sweden, where it's not easy, okay? When you don't share the same hair color, the same names, same anything, you start below zero. And I realized quite early, I told Chris I'm going to share a little bit about the journey and Vimentis and why we're doing this, okay? And I don't think all of you knows. So anyway, I realized throughout school that school wasn't my thing. So quite early I realized that I was drawn to entrepreneurship. Started my first company when I was 15. And I saw a kind of a sense of freedom. I felt a sense of freedom as I noticed that if I do this, I get that. If I provide value, I get value back. It's quite simple, you know. But this, I didn't know that was it until many years later. But anyways, throughout my career then, after school, when I was about 18, 19, I graduated and I was done. I started working immediately and I started my first, because when I was 15, it was an unofficial company, because you can't have a company in Sweden until you're 18. So I had to do it, you know. But when I was 18, I did it for real. And it started out with a DJ entertaining company. So I had 7 nightclubs basically that I went around Gothenburg. So we live now in Gothenburg, Sweden. So I went around knocking doors and I said, listen, and this was prior to social media. So I said, I'm going to fill this place up with good paying clients. You give me this deal, and I'll give you a DJ, and I'll make sure you can sleep well after Saturday evening. They said, okay. And I did that, and I did it quite well. But the thing is, in that world, it's not just, let's just say it's some people riding motorcycles and other enterprises that whose pockets I was taking money from. So I realized, okay, this is a slippery slope. I have to do something else before yeah. Anyway, from there, it's been different ventures. And I realized, even though it's been like, I had a car wash, I had coffee machines, vendors, etc. Throughout my career, I realized, I think it was 2010 somewhere, I started to realize that sales is actually what's connecting everything. So I started to sell very early. And the last job I had, I left my last job as a sales director for an international company in 2013. We took that company from 60 to over 100 million in turnover, and I felt bored, and I said, why not? So I left the salary, 6-figure salary, from zero in 1 month, like this. I was sitting in a cafe, and my wife basically said, what are you doing? I said, I don't know. But it will turn out good. So from 2013, it has been a heck of a ride. And I want to grab onto pain and what I've heard here. Because pain is, yes, you will feel the pain. Feel the pain of failure. You will feel the pain of shame. You will feel the pain of disappointment. You will feel the pain of broken promises, etc., etc. But this is universal. That's the most interesting part here. But I would say that through pain comes a strong why. And that's why we need to understand that pain is part of the journey. But we are designed to run away when pain comes. So that leads me into Vimentis, okay? So I started Vimentis 2013, but it was actually in 2014. I started to do it for real, okay? And Vimentis is Latin for power of the mind. And why is that? So when you can't, when you're not good in school, you have to be good at fighting. So I started martial art training when I was 10 years old. I walked into a karate dojo, same style as Jean-Philippe Moustache, if I think some people knows him. And what I didn't know then was that this would be such a huge part in my life. Karate gave me confidence, karate gave me everything that I didn't have. I had great support from my family, but outside the door, I was very shy. I was very fragile, so to say. And I didn't have any confidence. But through this training, the martial art training, I started to build myself up from the inside. So Vimentis, when I started to think about what do I want to do, okay? What can I contribute to the society with? Because being a sales coach wasn't the goal. Wasn't the goal to be a known sales coach. The goal was basically to just start to, I knew I could provide value. I knew I could help people build that confidence through sales, which for me is a craft and art combined. Because if you look at the business today, you can have the best idea in the world, but if nobody is buying it, it doesn't count. I'm going to say that one more time. You can have the best idea in the world, but if nobody is buying it, it doesn't matter. Okay? So it's not about the idea. It's about your ability to communicate that idea to the market. So, I've been in business now in this company for